And then there was light. Nice. What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning into the channel. And today is part 4 of the garage remodel. And it is a very special day because it is time to put all the professional lighting, all the professional hex lighting into this garage to make it really, really pop. And if you've never heard of hex lighting, I do have an example here that I am going to show you of hex lighting. So hex lighting sounds exactly what it is. It is a grid pattern hexagon of LED lights. Really, really common to see in higher end garages and such. And the results are actually really, really good in regards to when you plug them in and you actually see the lighting on them. I mean, if I can actually plug it in while I'm on the freaking camera. But check it out, guys. So this is what the hex lighting looks like when it's turned on. It doesn't probably look like much when it's, full daylight out. But when you have a lot of these all set up in your garage and you fill up that whole entire ceiling instead of this old stuff here that was just coming out, then you get some really, really cool results. Now, the hex lighting that I'm going to be doing throughout the whole entire garage, all the ceiling, including some cool layouts that I have actually been playing around with and trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. Now, the kit I bought is actually, technically it's one big kit that I bought and then 3 little kits that I have bought, which they're all available on Amazon. I'll have links in the description below so you can check them out if you like it. But let me show you what I'm working with here. So, alrighty, so this is all the lights that I'm going to be installing today. So basically I have each of these strips here, that's how you build them in regards to like the hexagon right there. They come pre-assembled in like these 1.5 foot sections of LEDs, and then you kind of build them up together using these connectors here, all different. They come with different configurations depending on the kit that you buy. These are probably the primary ones since these will form the actual hexagons themselves. So I have stacks of 20s here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So about 120 of these 1.5 foot LED strips, a little bit more like 128. And then I have these right here, which are 4 feet long, and I have 12 of them. And that's part of like the bigger kit in regards to that. So the bigger kit has a little bit more in regards to being able to do more hexes and then like a rectangular pattern. You can kind of see the pattern in the box, these are actually all the boxes that they came in. So the bigger kit came in this box here, and then I had 3 smaller kits there. But the idea is I'm going to be using these longer ones for this long beam that's going across here. And then this part right here, I'm going to actually put like a smaller box to kind of grid out this area. And then I'm going to be putting a whole bunch of hex lights all throughout here, all throughout this section right here, and kind of just go from there. Along with that, I actually do have also these other sets of LED strips right here that I plan to use along the rails of the garage doors. If you guys have seen some of my previous videos and such with this, it actually looked really, really good. And that was just kind of a play around. I've actually had people ask me about that kind of idea. So I'm gonna play around with doing all of that to these 2 garage doors. And then to top it all off, one of the big things I'm going to do is when I connect all these, I am actually going to be connecting them to these are smart plugs. So all of these, once they are all connected, they're going to be basically Alexa enabled. And so I can go and basically say, hey, Alexa, turn on garage lights, and all the garage lights will turn on. I haven't set that up, but obviously I have my Echo already in here. But in any case, though, so that is on the plan to do this. So now I am going to just kind of showing the rest of what's on the table here. I know I have like kind of a lot in here, and all the connectors are here, along with the actual LEDs. And then I have essentially how I'm going to attach them to the ceiling. So I'm going to be using these small hooks right here. These are all things that I can get off of Amazon. So essentially the hooks are going to go into the ceiling, and then I'll be using a set of just basic zip ties to be able to put it all together. And where it hooks up is to the actual connector pieces. I don't know if it's getting caught that well on the camera, but there is a small little hole at each of these intersections where you can put essentially zip ties in to actually, get it all nice and secure. And these things are pretty light. I mean, each of these hex lights, they're maybe 1.5 pounds, so they're not that heavy. And then on top of that, if you're wondering how big these hex lights are, about 3 foot by 3 foot. So you can get a lot of real estate covered in regards to a garage. Even if you don't have the biggest kit, it will definitely cover a majority of the garage. And guys, I am so excited about this. This is gonna look so cool. So my plan of attack first, just to make sure I get everything right, is to kind of take all these pieces and kind of lay them out onto the floor in the grid pattern, and then kind of just make sure everything lines up correctly. And then from there, I will install one hexagon at a time, essentially, because they can handle just being held by themselves one at a time. Yeah. No, you guys know what I'm trying to say. In any case though, so that's gonna be the idea. I'm gonna set it up first, and then we're gonna start slowly adding on all these pieces. And then at the end, it's gonna look really, really good. I did also get some things to just help with the management of the wires, because there's not gonna be a ton of wires, but there's gonna be a decent amount. So, I bought this certain thing right here, which is just basically sticks onto walls and just helps manage all the wires. And probably as a final touch on the details, I still have some leftover paint in regards to the walls and ceilings. So I might, after I have everything set up, I might go ahead and just paint over it so it gives a nice clean look. And yeah, now with all that being said, let's go ahead and get this all laid out so you can see what's gonna look like. So alrighty guys, so we have finished laying out all the different hex lights on the floor here. It took a little bit longer than I expected, honestly, mostly because I was trying to get the best layout of trying to spread all these different hex lights throughout the whole entire garage. And the connectors kind of made it a little bit tricky in regards to making sure basically in all the kits that I had ordered. But with that being said, it's time to test out all these lights and see how they look, at least on the ground here. So, check that out, guys. That looks freaking awesome. I am so stoked about this. It looks so clean, and I absolutely love the pattern. I ended up doing a few different patterns of hexagons in a longer section right here as well. And then I have a rectangular section that's going to go up on the section where I have some extra storage, and then I have this line here that's going to go actually up here along this beam over here. So it's going to be a singular line there. That's part of the reason why I did a two-tone, where it's probably hard to see on the camera, but the actual ceiling surface is a darker color than the actual wall section here. So we have so it's gonna have some great contrast there. And then this final piece over here in regards to the third bay. So all of this is looking good. It's looking freaking amazing actually. And it all works very, very well. I'm so glad that this is all turning out really, really good. Now, again, I'll have links in the description. If you're curious about these hex lights, they are really, really, really nice. And I have them all set up via smart plugs. And so yeah, when this is all installed, it's gonna just freaking look amazing. So I'm so happy. Anyways, now that I've gotten these all tested and they all work, it's time to install them on the ceiling. So let's get started with that. So alrighty guys, so we finished installing the lights inside the garage. It's actually nighttime, which is perfect because I can really show you what these lights are all about. And without even getting inside the garage, you can see how bright it is from me just cracking these garage doors open. It is super, super bright, makes a huge difference. But let me show you what I'm really talking about here. All right, here we go. So check this out. Look at all these lights. They look freaking beautiful in this space. And honestly, I'm kind of a little bit proud of myself that I was able to install all these different LED lights, no kind of real issues at all, and they just look so great. It really looks just so clean and crisp, especially with the darker ceiling. That really lets you see the contrast between all the lighting and then just the beautiful illumination that it gives. And I mean, it looks freaking fantastic. I mean, with like having the C8 Corvette in here with all these hex lights, it looks so good. I am just so freaking beyond the moon on this stuff. It looks, I keep on saying the same words over and over again, but that's honestly because my mind is just so blown with how they look. And I haven't really talked much about how much these cost me, and they weren't too bad. I actually got them on Amazon Prime Day in regards to a really good deal. I think all in all, I spent about $450 for all of these freaking lights, and they look so good. Now, one thing I will say is I did not end up installing the lights on the actual garage rails. With how bright this all came out, honestly, it would just be kind of a little bit of overkill. And I didn't want it to kind of just overpower with too much light in here. It's already freaking bright enough. And the best part about this, they're all smart. So I can go ahead and say, Alexa, turn off garage. And they all turn off. Now it's really dark in here. You can tell it shows you the difference between the day and the bright. I only have just these little small lights on just, you know, because they're part of the garage lights. But you go from dark to light. So Alexa, turn on garage. And look at that. It's freaking night and day difference. And I mean, when I say night and day like this, I could be working at night in here in the garage on the C8 and be able to see everything just like it would be if it was freaking daytime, which is so nice. And all the different patterns worked out really good. I really especially love this rectangular pattern right where I have basically my top storage shelving. Honestly, that was something that was already kind of there already with the house when we bought it. But now it's become like a cool little feature that just looks really cool on its own. It's got this separate just rectangular grid section, and then you have all these cool hexagon lights. And then to top it all off, this freaking beam here that just has the singular light going across. I'm hoping it's showing well in the camera. Like, it just looks so cool. I am so blown with it. Now that being said, now that it's illuminated really well in this garage, it definitely shows how bad the garage floor is, which, I mean, take a look at me. You see all the different stains, there's cracking, all sorts of just terribleness in regards to this garage floor that definitely needs to just get redone. And I have been talking about what I'm gonna do for the floor, and I think I've come to a decision, and I'm not gonna tell you exactly yet, but what I am gonna say is I did get a sample of these Swiss Trax tile floors that you see right here. And let's just say that I might not be going that direction, but I might not be going directly epoxy either. So you'll have to kind of see what's gonna happen in the next episode, but trust me, honestly, it's better than both. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys. That is gonna be the next big project on this garage makeover, and it is going to set this whole entire garage apart kind of deal once it's done. And also, just on a quick side note, I keep on forgetting to mention that there is an active giveaway on the channel, the first giveaway ever for the channel, and it's all coincides with me getting a new C8 Z06 because I am trading this car in. So the giveaway is gonna be based off of what you believe the MSRP value of my new Z06 is gonna be. If you want more information about the giveaway, check out the video here where I talk all about the giveaway. And yeah, we'll go from there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please check out any of my other videos. And see you next time. Take care, guys.